If someone had asked me a few years ago what becoming wealthy meant, I probably would have answered simply, having a lot of money, not worrying about bills, shortages, or compromises, having freedom. Only later did I understand that money is just the visible part of a much deeper process. Wealth does not begin in the wallet, but in the mind. And at its foundation lies one single habit, repeated daily. I noticed that people are always looking for quick solutions. They want guaranteed formulas, tricks, shortcuts. They want to know what to do without having to change themselves. I was the same. I read promising headlines, listened to success stories, and hoped I would find a magic key. But the key was not hidden. It was right in front of me, the habit of taking daily responsibility for my own growth. At first, this habit seemed trivial. What difference could it make, I asked myself, to read, learn, or work consciously every day? The answer came slowly, almost invisibly. The changes did not happen overnight, but they accumulated, just like compound interest. A little today, a little tomorrow, a lot over the years. I realized that the difference between those who become wealthy and those who remain stuck is not intelligence, luck, or environment, but consistency. The habit of doing daily things that bring no immediate pleasure but build long-term value. This means working even when I don't feel like it, learning even when I don't see immediate benefits, continuing even when no one is watching. For me, this habit meant a complete shift in perspective. I stopped asking what can I get and started asking what can I offer. I understood that money always follows value. The more useful I become, the greater my chances of being rewarded. This simple idea completely changed the way I think. Every day, I choose to invest in myself. Sometimes I invest time, sometimes energy, sometimes money. Not large amounts, not spectacular gestures, just consistent choices. I choose not to waste all my time on things that lead nowhere. I choose to develop skills, to learn from mistakes, to reflect on my decisions. I notice that most people live reactively. They react to what happens to them, to what others say, to circumstances. My habit is the opposite: to be proactive, to decide what kind of person I want to become, and act daily in that direction, even when the context is unfavorable. Another lesson I learned is that discipline beats motivation. Motivation is unstable, it comes and goes. Habit, however, remains. On good days, it's easy to do what I planned. On hard days, habit is what keeps me moving. And it is precisely these hard days that make the long-term difference. I learned not to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment never comes. There is only the present moment and the decision to use it or waste it. Wealth is the result of thousands of small decisions, not one spectacular event. It is the result of choosing daily to move forward, even with small steps. As this habit strengthened, I began to see failure differently. I no longer see it as proof of my inability, but as a lesson. Every mistake teaches me something. Every obstacle forces me to grow. This mindset freed me from the fear of trying. I understood that becoming wealthy is not only about accumulation, but also about self-control. Knowing when to say no, delaying gratification, not spending everything I earn. Thinking long-term, these behaviors are not natural. They are built through daily habits. An essential part of this process is patience. We live in an instant world, and wealth is the exact opposite. It is slow, quiet, often invisible, but reliable if the habit is respected. I learned to trust the process, even when results are slow to appear. This habit also changed my relationship with the people around me. I became more careful about the influences I allow into my life. I started seeking conversations that challenge me, not ones that simply comfort me. People who want to grow, not just complain. Environment matters, and choosing it is also a habit. I realized that true wealth is not only financial, it is freedom of choice. The freedom to say yes or no, the freedom to use my time in ways I find meaningful. And this freedom begins long before money appears. Day by day, the habit of investing in myself transforms me. I become more disciplined, clearer, and more confident in my decisions, not because I know everything, but because I know I can learn whatever is necessary. This confidence is the foundation of every form of wealth. Perhaps the most important lesson I learned is that no one is coming to save me. No one is responsible for my life except me. Accepting this truth is painful, but liberating. From that moment on, everything becomes possible. Today, I cannot say that I have reached the destination, but I am no longer at the beginning either. I am on the path, and I know that as long as I keep this habit, the habit of daily growth wealth is only a matter of time. For me, this is the simple truth. You don't need 10 habits, luck, or miracles. You need one single habit, practiced daily with discipline and patience. Everything else follows, because in the end, it is not money that defines me, but the person I become in the process of building it.